No matter how good you are at following instructions, there are a lot of questions you will have when you're raising a baby. This is true even if you are using a book like On Becoming Babywise that gives you a lot of direction on what to do. In this video, we will talk about the most frequently asked questions when it comes to doing On Becoming Babywise. But first, hello, my name is Valerie. I am a mother to 4 children, all raised on Babywise. I blog at babywisemom.com. My kids currently range in age from 9 to 17 years old. The first question is, when will babies' feedings and nap times change? The answer is all the time. They change all the time, very frequently. I do have a blog post and a video on what to expect for the entire first year that outlines number of feedings per age, so be sure to check that out to get that question answered. A big focus with Babywise is getting baby to take great naps. So people wonder, how do I get my baby to take great naps and to take full naps? A huge trick is to focus on wake time length. And I have a blog post and a video all about wake time length. I also have a blog post and a video all about fixing short naps. So if your baby is taking short naps, be sure to see that. Despite your best efforts, there will be times baby does wake early and people wonder, what do I do when my baby wakes up early from a nap? The first thing you want to do is rule out hunger. So a great way to do that is try to feed baby, see what happens. You could be having a growth spurt, or your baby might just be extra hungry at that moment. If your baby is not hungry, then you want to try to get your baby to go back to sleep to take that full nap length. If your baby just won't go back to sleep, then try getting your baby up, play for 10 to 15 minutes, and then try to put baby back down to sleep. If that doesn't work, then just carry on and feed baby, move on with the eat, wake, sleep cycle, and move forward with your day. Another question is, what do I do if my baby wakes early in the morning, but like really close to morning wake up time? So this typically is happening in like the 5 or 6 a.m. hour. First thing to know is this is very normal. Basically, almost all babies go through it. All 4 of mine did. And because of that, I have a blog post and a video all on what to do. So check those out if you are having that question. A lot of people are drawn to Babywise for the sleep benefits, and so they wonder, how do I get my baby to sleep through the night? There are a few key points to focus on. One is be consistent with your daily routine, your daily schedule. Make sure you start every day at the exact same time in the morning. No matter how the night went, make sure you start at the same time each morning. And on the other end of the day, you want to make sure that baby goes to bed at the same time each night. And of course, nighttime sleep is at least one blog post or video all by itself, so I do have one of each. So check out my blog post and or my video on nighttime sleep to get your baby sleeping through the night. As your baby gets older, your baby will be able to go longer between feedings, and so people wonder, how will I know when my baby is ready to go longer? The first thing to look for is your baby old enough to have 1 fewer feeding in the day and to go longer between feeding sessions. Another sign your baby is ready is if you're having to wake your baby up to eat every single time throughout the day. Then your baby probably is ready to drop one of those feedings. You also want your baby sleeping through the night. So if your baby is not sleeping through the night, might not be ready yet. This is another thing that is a big topic. So I have a post and a video on when to move to a 4-hour schedule. So be sure to see those for more information. Another really common question is, when will my baby be ready to drop the dream feed? The dream feed is the feeding that happens between 10 and 11 p.m. It's a late evening feeding. The biggest sign is that your baby will sleep from the dream feed until morning wake up time without waking up. This is another big topic, so I have a blog post and a video on when to stop the dream feed. People often wonder, how much sleep is too much sleep? They worry their baby is getting too much sleep between all of the naps and all of the night sleep that they're getting. The answer can depend on your baby's age. By and large, I say do not worry about your baby getting too much sleep. This is especially true for newborns. As your child gets older, then sometimes you need to cut back day sleep in order for night sleep to happen more, but that does not happen for a long time. So do not worry about the amount of sleep your baby's getting if your baby is sleeping well at night, and if your baby is awake and content in the day. You also want your baby to be alert during the day and during that awake time. That is other than newborns, because newborns are very sleepy. Also, don't worry if your baby is meeting milestones. Of course, the exact age for milestones being met vary from baby to baby, but if in general your baby is meeting milestones on time, then your baby is getting enough time awake in the day. Always remember, babies will sleep more when they are sick, and they will sleep more right after a growth spurt. In general, you want your baby to take a 1.5 to 2.5 hour nap for each nap, unless your baby has more than 2 naps in the day, which younger babies do. And then if you have 3 naps, that third nap can be 30 to 60 minutes. Or if you have 4 naps, that fourth nap can be 30 to 60 minutes. But other than that, you want 1.5 to 2.5 hour naps each time. Another common question people have when they're thinking about starting Babywise is this going to work if we're really never able to be home for naps? Like, will my baby take to this? A huge point of Babywise is getting that solid sleep. So if you're not home for naps, you're definitely not going to see the full benefits of Babywise if you're unable to get that sleep. There are still some things you can focus on and gain some benefit from, like having an eat-wake-sleep pattern. You can try to make sure you feed your baby at consistent times throughout the day, and you can try to have naps on the go. So you can get some benefit, but you definitely won't see all of the benefits if you are unable to be home for nap time. People also have questions about sleep props and if they're okay. So a sleep prop is something like a pacifier, a white noise machine, anything that your baby relies on in order to be able to sleep is a sleep prop. Not all sleep props are bad. Some have their place and some have their benefits. Sometimes sleep props aren't a great idea. I have a blog post all about sleep props, when to avoid them, so be sure to check that out. There are a lot of sleep questions with Babywise, and another big one is, when do I sleep train my baby? My answer to that is do it as soon as your baby is ready and as soon as you are ready. There is a great sleep training method that is called the 4 S's that I love, and you actually want to start that as soon as possible after birth. It's a no-cry sleep solution, but it doesn't work as well with older babies, so you really do need to hit it in the newborn months. The final question people will ask is, why is there so much negativity surrounding Babywise? Like, what's the deal? Does it really harm babies? Does it really make it so you can't breastfeed? I have often found over the years that most people who say negative things haven't actually read the book. So I went through my whole first child without knowing there was any controversy, and found out with my second child, and I was super surprised because it had been great. And Babywise is parent directed, and so the parent makes the decisions. There are guidelines and there are goals, but the parent decides so much. So for there to be issues would mean the parents deciding to do something that lead to those issues. If you actually read the book, you'll find that a lot of the claims, or all of the claims that are out there, are actually false. Things they say are stated in the book are never actually stated. So a big reason for the controversy is because somebody started it somewhere and it's perpetuated. It's not actually substantiated. If you read the book, you just can't find those claims actually in print. Okay, that covers the most commonly asked questions about Babywise. If you have a question that was not covered in this video, be sure to drop it in the comments and I will answer. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.